We're gonna make lasagna, but first, some pretext. I've not found myself on Food Stamp Haul TikTok. For the uninitiated, someone on food stamps goes to the store, usually the local Walmart, and they show you what they can get in a TikTok video in under a minute, what they're getting for their monthly food stamp allotment. Found myself on food stamp response videos, not the original videos of people doing the thing of buying their groceries, the response that other people are making to the people that are doing the thing. And the only thing I can figure is it's an anger algorithm. It's changed a bit. Facebook at least found they couldn't get away with this as much as they should. Showing people content they agree with gets some reinforcement in them, but you get more engagement, more anger, more eyes, and more time if you show them the opposite, stuff they are going to disagree with and be upset with. Brilliant. So maybe that's what's going on here. But it's always a dude that has the genetic makeup of something like this.
Came across this video of a mom feeding her kids this for dinner.
A lot of these videos are outright disgusting. They're ableist. They're classist. Sometimes even sexist. We got all the ists in there of what we're doing.
Oven for about 30 minutes, give or take.
Are you kidding me? This has to be the best thing I've seen all week. 8 kids just got home from work and she's tired, and instead of grabbing fast food or some overly processed bullcrap, she cooks real food.
Now, as is custom, I'm on the cutting desk here, and I need to clarify my thoughts. This guy, far from the worst, because there are people that will go through a food stamp haul to a food stamp review and say, well, instead of the Coke, you should have brought fried zucchini or whatever raw food is their favorite. It's the usual. But this guy, well, aren't we all well-intentioned? Well, not everybody. Well-intentioned. Don't pick on this specific guy. And real quick, welcome to Poverty Kitchen. It's great to be back. Now, if you've followed the channel for any length of time in a number of videos, you cannot beat Taco Tuesday. And these response videos are going through, and somebody, maybe even well-intentioned, and it just doesn't make sense, follow logical sense. First of all, who are you to tell me what I can and can't eat? Well, probably shouldn't eat Pepsi, but I'm not going to tell you you shouldn't eat Pepsi. You can't beat Taco Tuesday. What I mean is, to get a taco, a burrito, or anything and make it at home out of ingredients that you have confidence with, for a cost lower than what you can get it at your local Taco Bell, it's not possible. There's economies of scale here, so we can't beat it. But can we beat lasagna? Because a pre-made oven, like a Stover's that you put in for 2 hours, is not even counting the energy that it takes to make it. That's a different video. Let's stay on topic here. Can we beat it if we make the lasagna from reasonable scratch? Now, I'm not going to make the actual lasagna noodles or whatever, and you're not going to crush your own tomatoes. That wouldn't make sense. But from just about scratch, can we beat the cost? This experience tells me, no, we can't. But we're going to try. To the store. It's the usual suspects. Now, I do not necessarily... In fact, I dislike going to Walmart. It is audio, very specifically audibly do this little song they play for to get your attention on the thing. And they have hours where they don't do that for the audio visually sensitive, they call it. There's a sign there. Between 8 and 9, you cannot be overburdened by audio at a Walmart. I'm getting sidetracked again. But I do this for you. For you. Because the prices, say what you will about Walmart, here in Montana, should be, wherever you are watching this in the United States, should be somewhat similar. The price of great value cheese, which we will be getting today, does not differ that wildly from location to location. It's great value cheese. It's the same everywhere. Consistency. Now to find my recipe. There it is. We need stuff. These are going to be similar, but I believe I got this from All Recipes. Simply Recipes probably has the exact same thing. This is what we're competing against. $14.87 with meat sauce. All right. I've got to slow down. And also, we've got to speak a common language. And here on Poverty Kitchen, that common language is Walmart. So we're going to start off with 15 ounces of ricotta cheese. Oh, found it in 2 pounds. 32 ounces, $4.76. Oh, that makes it easier. $2.67 for that. And we're only going to bake 1. An egg. Got eggs, but they're $3 a dozen. Let's go with that. 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. Mozzarella cheese, $3.48. Called for 2 cups. Oh, wait, 4 cups. Easy. Split that in half. 3/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. The pasta aisle, how convenient. I need 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese, which is somewhere here. Oh, hey, I can get that sauce too. Oh, this is going to make an editing nightmare later. Found our Parmesan. The smallest one will do us here, $2.98. Italian seasoning, salt, pepper. And these sorts of things are just stuff that lives in your pantry. Oh, we got all sorts. There's that Italian seasoning and your peppers and all the things you need. Kind of hard to put a value on. I mean, you spend 88 cents on Italian seasoning. It's just a negligible cost of something that's already in your pantry. Not accounted for. A yellow onion. Proud owner of 88 cents of onion. 3/4 of a pound of beef. 3/4 of a pound of sausage. Should I just do 1.5 pounds of beef? What are our fresh ingredients? Could go 2 beef. Though. I'd get a little bit better here. A little bit better. $6.93 a pound. $7 a pound. Gee. Fine, we'll go cheap. There's sausage. 1 of each of these. $5 each. 3 garlic cloves. 3 garlic cloves are somewhere, I don't know. Doing that for $3. We'll find an appropriate value for the garlic cloves. As I say that? Wait, those are onions. I don't know. A single garlic clove possibly be 40 ounces of marinara sauce. We've got sauce selection. A plethora of sauces. Marinara. And what do we got here? I needed 2 of these, 48 ounces. Oh, hey, that's perfectly 284 times 2 there. 12 lasagna noodles. And ready. Oh, we don't even gotta boil them. Here in my possession for $1.50. Oh, there's the sound. $1.57. We got that. Oh, those are me. You gotta treat yourself sometimes. 0 nutritional value, but... Oh, wait, it's got sugar. That's nutrition, right? And 2 to 3 cups of cheese. Was that 2 to 5 cups? Wish I can read my own writing. 2 to 3 cups of some other kind of cheese. That's good. $1.97 for that. Well, welcome back to the kitchen. Now I can say that, now that we're actually in the kitchen. But lasagna, it is a multi-step process. First, you gotta prepare your meat, you gotta prepare your sauce, then you gotta put it all together on a pan and do the things. I don't really know. I've barely Googled this. But this, it comes from the store. And you put it in the oven. And for $14.87, you get 12 servings? Do some quick math here. 15 divided by 12? Is that 80 cents? I'm no mathematician. I'm really no mathematician. That works out to be $1.30 per serving. Now this is 5 pounds of food. Do more math. 5 divided by 12. 4/10 of a pound of food. It's almost as good as the half-pound burrito, and you can't even get a half-pound burrito for $1.20. Whatever that number was. We'll have to write that down. These are the winning numbers we got. We'll write it right in the box. $14.87 per serving, or $1.24 per serving, but a serving, and we round it up to give them the benefit of whatever's, is 8 ounces. A half pound. How much is a half pound 5-layer burrito nowadays? It's like $2, maybe 3. We beating it? Let's look at our other numbers. Recipe called for 3/4 of a pound of beef, 3/4 of a pound of sausage. I apparently got beef and pork blend, and I got a pound of it. So I think what we ought to do, use that complete, let's use this. How much meat I got here? This is just meat that was left over. Let's cook, what are we in ounces? 16 ounces, that's a pound and 2 ounces. A unit, I'm on 1 pound, 1.2 pounds. So, but this is a better beef than that. It's also leftover, it's been in the fridge for not too long, still smells decent. Now the price of our beef was $4.18 for the whole thing. $4.18 for a pound of beef. Now, put that in half, what's that, $2.09? So, the total value of the beef that we're putting in here is $6.27. I did the math. $6.27 right there. And we're gonna not use that. Maybe I'll use a half pound of that and call her good. Now, I know I've mentioned this earlier. This is the wrong stove to do this kind of thing. A glass top, and there's no need to wait. We're just gonna drop our onion right in here, chopped onion. Now you can, how do we do this? Because I'm not using the whole, well, I am using the whole onion. What else am I gonna use the onion for? I'll put it in the bag and I'm gonna throw it away in a minute. So mix the onion in. They also have that pre-sliced onion, saves you some tears. That was $3 some. I think we put the entire cost of the onion, the 88 cents, into this. I think that's fair. Garlic. We got the value pack, like $3 worth, but you can get fresh garlic. That's probably a little much. Fresh garlic from the Walmart in a 3-pack for like $1.58, and that brings us up to what, 53 cents a piece? A side diversion is as somebody with some audio ability, whatever, seeing people misuse things such as a large diaphragm microphone, which is better at catching boily onion thingies, the large diaphragm Rode thing or a dented SM58. Now, what you're thinking, you always see people use a large diaphragm microphone like this. But look. Oh, hey, we're off axis. Can you tell? It's only in one speaker. That speaker. It says it's a cardioid pattern. Now, while it is a large diaphragm microphone, it is directional in the front. It's almost omnidirectional. It gets not so much behind it. You get that effect. You get the point. But in a 58, which does not care if you give it phantom power like we just did, but which one captures minced onion better? We must find out. Oh, that is so much better. Wonderful. Have we help some quality audio sensual things going on here. One of the many things I like about a quality or any cast iron pan is it can use this. You cannot do this in your Teflon pan. You're going to break that Teflon. You're going to ingest it. And they say it's not poisonous if it's complete, but as it starts flaking off and getting into your system, who knows? We used to eat radium. How long till we figure out what that is? How long till we figure out the cast irons holding minerals that are killing us too? I don't know. Now we got Newman's own marinara. Oh, Paul Newman. You guy. Now we are going to get quite saucy here. Let's get you a good pop. Oh yeah. 48 ounces. That's 2 cans of this. And bonus, you get to reuse the can. You're drinking out of that now. Can number 2. Well, these are $2.84 each, and my math brings me up to $5.64. No, $5.68. I can maths. Just get that all nice and mixed in. I do have this stove on low. We're gonna let this marinate for a second. We are gonna season this. Europe once went to war for spices. Explored all the corners of the earth for spices. And then made goulash. It's classism. Whole other thing. So, we got some Italian seasoning, add some of that. Add a little bit of chives, a little bit of green, just liven it up a little bit. And then we're going to move on to the carne asada, because I'm Mexican. Let me smell that real quick. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. And then some Alpine touch, because we're Montanan. I'm not figuring the cost on these, because you can do this without these. So we're going to mix a little bit to get it all around. I'm going to add some more. Add the taste, so to speak. Now our main seasoning is going to be up here in the meats and the sauces. For the cheese, which is actually kind of a sauce in itself too, that's going to be cheesy. It'll play a nice dance in your mouth. Now we're back over at the table section. We're going to toss some eggs in here. What were they, like $2 a dozen, $3 a dozen? And we're going to use 3 eggs in the thing. These are store-bought eggs, just different store-bought eggs. Because I live in a small town, and if I need eggs on a Saturday morning, I'm going to pay $8 for them. That's a different conversation. And I'm going to be happy that there's eggs here to be had. So at approximately $3 a dozen, there's $1.50 of eggs in here. Eggs done. Let's add 1 pound of the cottage cheese. Now, normally I'm not a fan. There we go. No, hey, didn't even need to mix it. It just came out. And bonus, storage container. I'm thinking I should have started with a larger mixing bowl. Eek. Oh, no injuries. You see that? Well, good thing I don't keep my knives sharp. Set that aside. No more accidents. Happy or otherwise. Now we need 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. So we have 8 ounces of Parmesan cheese right here. Whole thing weighs... Oh, we're doing it by ounce now? I go back and forth. Kilogram? What is a kilogram? What's that in English? Alright, 9.69 ounces for the entire thing. So, we need 3/4 of a cup of that. Alright, completely optional. Just a little bit of spray there. Cost and I consider you do not need the spray for this. In fact, you probably shouldn't. The recipe does say that you are going to use a 1/2 cup of mozzarella and a 1/2 cup of the other cheese you got. Varieties of the cheeses. Now, those that say that you put a little bit of the meat sauce on the very bottom, enough meat sauce is going to be intermingling around and stuff. You don't got to worry about. Now our noodles. I've done this before. So I've got lasagna noodles here. I've got other lasagna noodles, double lasagna noodles. These are not oven ready. It's not going to be a problem. Yeah, we're doing it. Lining the bottom with naan. Boop. It's not an exact science, you know. It cooked for long enough, it's fine. You gotta alternate your layers. I'm gonna use my mixing cup. Makes a perfect scoop. Yeah, nicely coated with mozzarella. We might be going overboard with cheese. We probably are. Now for another layer. There are some people that intertwine it. Meh. And now for the glorious cheese layer. I expected to be able to do another layer of the cheese sauce. It appears that that is not happening. Do not be conservative on the cheese. Now we are mixing it up. We got some Colby Jack for this layer, which I think is going to be our last layer. Might have overestimated how many layers we can do, but our meat sauce, as you can see, we got quite a bit more here. Well, I think we can get another. Flying a little close to the sun here, in my opinion. Alright, so we got 2 meat layers, 1 big cheese layer. This has gotten out of hand. Now, benefit or not, with the iron, apparently tomato sauces are pretty good at extracting the iron from the pan. We're increasing our iron dosage, and we are heavy metal. Oh, I'm dripping there. Uncontained. Good enough. Yeah! Oh, that meat was good, too. In fact, this whole thing is good. Eat it right off the spoon here. Now we've got to be a creature of habit. Put your spices away. Might as well leave them out here and they'll be here forever. And you're taking up space, annoying you. Preheat this oven. You could run 350, do it for 2-3 hours, whatever, and it is going to take 2 to 3 hours. Or you can run 400, whatever. And then it does its thing. And clean your stove for the... While we're waiting real quick on some numbers. Now I just put in some ingredients there and we didn't have any numbers for it. The cheese. Now we used 2 different kinds of cheese. Let's just say we used 1 pound of one cheese. That'll make it easier to figure out here. Cheese prices. Shredded 1 lb. And we spent, let's just say $3.48. Stay tuned for an exciting conclusion. Let's get in some gratuitous lasagna footage. Like that. And now we let it sit for an hour and a half. Dun dun dun. Oh, it's Dino Wow, by the way. But also with wows. This is done. Been in for about 2 hours. I know better than that. Well, oven ready, whatever. Go pull the cover off. Let her go. Put it in at 6. It's been here for 2 hours. Wait a minute. Oh, there's no way. It says an hour and a half. We should be overdone. Maybe I overdid these. Maybe that's it. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, no, I think it is well. All is well. with my lasagna. It's just, the top ones are crunchy, as you can see. Smash. Oh well, we wasted some of them. Let's pull out a chunk here. Ooh, steamy. Steamy. Lasagna. It smells good, and look at them layers. Actually beautiful here. Now we gotta work some numbers here. I already got the numbers figured out. I'm just gonna, that's mine. Start with that. Ooh, and then some of this. Ooh. Beautimous. Going through our numbers here, the 1 pound beef thing was $4.18, and we put 1.5 pounds in there for $6.27 of beef. The onion, we said we used the whole onion at 88 cents. The garlic, 53 cents. That came in that 3-pack for $3 or something, I forget. The sauce, another big expense there, $5.68. We used 3 eggs at $1.50. The Parmesan cheese, we got $1.50 of that in there. The shredded cheese, 1 pound of it, $3.48. That was a sorted shredded cheese, whatever. Lasagna itself, $1.57, reasonably cheap. This stuff right here, the ricotta, $3.67 for a total to make this $25.09, which, as you might know, is $10 more than the prepackaged stuff. Now, they have something similar here, feed 6, and I'd say that's about right, because I, with a family of 6, probably will not have any leftovers of this. Yeah, all that there. A similar recipe, 1 pound, little light on the beef, 2 eggs, actually a little bit smaller, so maybe a little bit more of that. Looking at this lasagna, although it's a little bigger, 12 servings. Party size is a bit optimistic. I mean, 0.4 pounds each? That's just not enough. Each kid can down a pound of spaghetti here. And this was 5 pounds of food. Finally getting around to actually cooking this guy here. Our 1487 special. And I just recently tossed it in, so all good. So now to compare. $10 cheaper than homemade. Once again, you cannot beat Lasagna Tuesday.